In this scene, we see a group of soldiers inside a large, open field surrounded by tall walls. They are part of a special unit known for using a unique set of gear called the Omni-Directional Mobility Gear, or ODM gear, which allows them to move quickly by firing grappling hooks and swinging through the air. The scene starts with the soldiers standing on top of the walls, looking out at the landscape beyond. They are preparing to face something very large and dangerous. As the scene begins, one of the soldiers gives a signal, and the group moves into action. They jump off the walls and use their ODM gear to zip through the air, heading toward their target. The movement is fast and fluid, with each member of the team skillfully controlling their gear to maneuver around buildings and other obstacles. The sound of the gear firing and the ropes tightening can be heard as they move closer to the ground, gliding swiftly. The camera follows the lead character, who is determined and focused on the mission ahead. They dodge between trees, using the branches as leverage points to swing higher into the air. As they move, they briefly glance at their fellow soldiers, making sure everyone is keeping up. The leader is clearly experienced with this equipment, and their movements are precise, allowing them to stay in control even at high speeds. Suddenly, the group encounters a large enemy figure in the distance. It's far off, but its massive size makes it clearly visible. The group doesn't stop, instead spreading out and positioning themselves for an attack. Each soldier takes their place, aiming to surround the target from all angles. They remain quiet, as stealth is crucial in approaching this enemy without drawing too much attention. The camera shifts to show the group moving together in sync, their grappling hooks firing into nearby structures as they continue to zip around the field. The ground beneath them is mostly barren, with some scattered trees and rocks. The sunlight casts long shadows, adding to the tension in the scene, but the soldiers are completely focused on their goal. Each one prepares for the next step. When they get close enough to their target, they break formation. Each soldier begins executing their individual tasks, focusing on weak points they've been trained to exploit. Their ODM gear keeps them agile as they move in swift patterns, almost like choreographed movements. The lead character moves in for a direct strike, positioning themselves for a key hit. The camera zooms in, showing the precise moment when they fire their grappling hooks and launch themselves toward the target. The rest of the group follows suit, each soldier taking their turn to attack specific areas. They don't stop or hesitate, working in a seamless rhythm, with each person contributing to the overall strategy. Their gear keeps them moving quickly, allowing them to evade any counterattacks. They swing past the target, firing their hooks again to reposition themselves before going in for another strike. The scene builds slowly as the soldiers maintain their strategy, gradually weakening their target with each hit. They're careful not to waste any movements, always staying aware of their surroundings and adjusting their approach to avoid obstacles. Their teamwork is evident as they communicate silently, using hand signals and quick gestures to indicate when to move and where to attack next. As the scene progresses, the target begins to react more aggressively, forcing the soldiers to adjust their tactics. The camera follows each person as they dodge incoming attacks, using their gear to swiftly change direction and stay out of harm's way. The tension builds as the enemy becomes more unpredictable, and the group has to think on their feet to keep the situation under control. Finally, the lead character makes their final move, positioning themselves for a crucial attack. The camera shifts to their perspective, showing the moment they fire their grappling hook and swing into position. The scene ends with them in mid-action, without showing the result of the attack, leaving the outcome unresolved.